All right. The Unmaking. Sovereign of Not. NOO.
All who dare oppose me shall quake before the silken dark. The void's power is mine to wield. Perish. Be still.
Wow, that hurt a bit.
Accept your downfall.
Okay. Follow AoEs.
Doth the yawning will not tempt you?
Okay, pretty standard stuff so far.
The void consumes. What will endure? Neither past nor future. Only
Very traditional. Kill the NPCs. The ads to avoid getting wiped.
I breathe the darkness, let the light guide me.
you must break free.
underlings are no more. Now to deal with NOO.
Life and death rendered meaningless.
Light, protect us.
I will not yield my domain! Such is the power of the Void.
Not that lucky suspension.
Shall never cease to be. My power is absolute.
Line straight across. No, it's locked. Okay.
The Void's power is mine to wield.
Yeah, there's gonna be two big explosions on each side.
Thus all reality ceased to be. Behold the truth of this world! Accept your downfall.
Be circle big on the side.
Doth the yawning not tempt
Not particularly, no.
you? Be still. Perish. Doth the yawning rift not tempt you? Be still.
They must be sealed away.
To crystal you go. Have a nice nap for all eternity. Enyo's reign is at an end. It's over. Whew, that was a little interesting. Well, that should stop the incursions for the time being.
I'm glad you came. We would have struggled to face Enuo alone. I presume you journeyed here to prevent more void scent from passing through the gate.
Yeah, that's kind of the main thing we were hoping to do.
With Enuo defeated, there are none left in this realm who pose a serious threat. I dare say the problem is resolved.
Alas, voids had been emerging from fissures across the source.
Cause for alarm indeed. Tell us more.
This and this, that and that. This and this, that and that.
So the breach wasn't limited to the Void Gate. For better or worse, precious little has changed in the 13th since the Romus fell. Have you noticed anything unusual?
I know not the reason events have unfolded this way, but there is, perhaps, an explanation as to why the Void Gate and the fissures opened. Here, in my domain, even the slightest change is keenly felt. When the gate opened, I sensed not the workings of some external force. Rather, it felt as if the barrier between our worlds was weakening naturally, moment by moment, until the two came to meet.
Yeah, this is...
And you think this weakening could be happening elsewhere?
'Tis a possibility.
Yeah, this isn't a void scent trying to break through the wall. It's more like things are just falling apart in general.
What of Radzit-Han and Garlemald? Eulus took mercy upon the interloper. Whether Void Scent or Garlean, we all share the same longing for home. Should we meet, I will gladly offer them aid. Please tell Eulus as much. Wait, how exactly did you get here? No mortal could traverse the Void Gate. in its
That's
current
kind of a
state.
long story. This and this, that and that.
And this path of yours is still there. I cannot see it.
It's like it. To them, there's nothing there.
Nor does it reveal itself to me. Perhaps the path serves only the key bearer.
Well, that means our gates can't be used for anybody else to break through.
So it is not a means to travel freely back and forth. A pity. I would have liked to see my friends again.
Though in the trailer for the expansion, it made it indicate that we were pulling other people through the gate, so... Seems like an opportune time to give Zero the parcel Julius prepared for her. key of yours intrigues me. Had my former self known of its existence, I might have sought a different means of reaching the source. Something for me? The smell. Food, is it? I recall Julia speaking of the dumplings his mother used to make. Thank you for the parcel and the fond memories. There's more than enough to share with Golbez. Now that he forgoes the ether of others, I'm sure he'll appreciate the substance. Sometimes I wonder what the void would be like if the culinary traditions had flourished here once more. Whether it would suffice to break the cycle of mutual consumption, a heartening thought if nothing else. A beacon from beyond. Zero has something to discuss with you. Until our battle earlier, I hadn't called upon the darkness in some time. In truth, I find the light to be a better fit these days. Ever since you left, we've been roaming the void in search of individuals who would join our cause. Though we returned to the Red Moon after sending Enderwill's presence, rarely do we linger in a single location. However, this interloper you spoke of does intend to seek me out. It might be wise to return to my domain. Would you mind joining us? With NEO defeated, the source should be no longer in immediate danger. Good. We shall wait for you by the crater. Presume you remember traveling by the Nishros. Once we reach the surface, the creature will convey us to my domain. The teleport situates between here and the center of the moon. I used to travel the surface in days long past, though I suddenly had need once my generals were in place. Ignore me, her self-crafted device that I may load the Servant of Light. Ironic that we now use it to seek to restore light to the void. Forgive my idle reminiscence. It's time we made our descent. There are many in this domain who still fear me. I shall remain here to avoid needless provocation. Though it may not always seem so, many who live here now chose to do so because they support the cause. Indeed, our numbers continue to grow. We may require more territory. Thankfully, we were able to harness the resident ether from Barbaricia's domain. Those reserves will enable me to expand mine as the need arises. Right. We best prepare for our potential guests. Please join me in my abode when you are ready. That must be Gozbez. I would gladly consume his ether if I stood the slightest chance of not being gobbled up first. Ever since she brought you to this domain, our numbers have swelled. We grow tired of conflict. I waited an eternity for Zeromus to save this world, but my faith was misplaced. In the end, Zero brought us hope. She's the reason I keep coming back here day after day. Leave me be. Zero's amazing. Truly, Golbez is equal in every sense. Golbez is even stronger than Barbariccia was. I thought best to keep out of his way. That being said, Orfelio tells me Golbez isn't as frightening these days. Perhaps he absorbed the will of someone less terrifying? Well, I appear to have made a clean recovery after my ignoramus of starving to death. Maybe my fellow Voidsent here can be trusted. I no longer partake of the ether of others, not even if I shrivel and starve. Yeah, it looks like they've changed their approach, or at least not fed into it as much. Nothing else, Zero and Golbez are at least breaking the cycle a little bit that happened here. I imagine you remember these transmitters we used to receive light from the first. If my memory serves, they work by channeling excess ether left in the wake of the flood into the crystal tower. Using the tower's crossrift traveling capabilities, light is converted into the 13th and into these devices. I have a mind to use them now, but they would need to be set in an elevated location. Your assistance would be greatly appreciated.
Upon activation, these transmitters will shine with light from beyond, sent courtesy of our ever-watchful friend. They will serve as beacons in the dark for those that would seek me out.
I did not expect to see you here.
I work in mysterious
I am
ways.
Zero, and this is my domain. 'Tis a safe haven for those who abhor conflict. Among those gathered here, many aspire to restore this world to how it once was.
Such a thing is possible.
Indeed. Though how long the endeavor will take, I cannot say. But for those of us abandoned by death itself, what do we have but time to try, and try again?
Very well. This light is ample proof your comrades spoke true. However long it takes to restore our world, you shall have my aid.
And you shall have mine.
Well, that got resolved quickly enough. Seems Julius' intervention helped me forge a new bond. Thank you for bringing word to me. I gather you'll be heading home sooner rather than later. Yep, it is time. Then let us return to the Red Moon. I'm sure you won't begrudge me a proper farewell.
Would you deliver a message to Euless for me? Tell him that we're making progress towards rebuilding our home. And I hope that he is too.
Enuo's Memoria will be safe here. The crystal containing Zeromus has been passed on to our allies in the First. If Enuo's Memoria might serve them in restoring their world, we shall likewise consider its transfer.
How much simpler it would be to aid one another in our respective fights, were it not for these boundaries between us. Safe travels, my friend. We take comfort in the knowledge that you're out there fighting too, wherever you may be.
Indeed, indeed.